Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, fish and fries of every age and every size, welcome back again as we continue our tour. The Bass Pro Shops presents Fishing Sim World Professional Bass Tour. We follow our main man Bozon as he heads up to Texas for the Texas State Championship on this lovely morning here out on Lake Travis, beautiful, big Texas. Our main man has been in the lead, holding the lead, and continuing to earn those sponsorships. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will go out to the docks where we will join up with our main man, Mr. Bozon, as usual, casting lines out on the docks. Setting the tone for this lovely morning out on Lake Travis here in Texas. Round one, just getting started. And we will see how the afternoon plays out here at the Bass Pro Shops presents Fishing Sim World Bass Pro Tour, following our main man Higgs Bozon in first place for his second season in a row, earning that title of Bass Squatch. Let's see what he can do today. It's been a heck of a ride so far. The sponsorships have been stacking up, if you haven't noticed, on his sleeves and his jacket. More and more names popping up to represent the Bozon brand. And at just over a minute into the first round today, we are still, oh, and there we go. Setting the tone for the morning, we have a fish on first thing off the docks. Let's see if Bozon will be able to bring it in. And it looks like that's going to be a quick catch first thing this morning. 2 pounds will put him on the board. It'll do something. And that'll put him in second place. Right off the rip with 2 pounds, just getting warmed up. Just like this morning. And he seems to be on again. Can you believe it? One more right off the rip. Fishing from the docks as usual. 3 minutes into round one, and we are on our second dock fish. Let's see if he can bring in another LB to the bag. And there you have it. That's a beautiful bass if I've ever seen one. And that'll add 6 pounds and 14 ounces to the bag, putting him well into first place at 9 pounds, 11 ounces. Like a healthy baby boy, you'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. And oh my goodness, he is on again with his third fish from the docks. This might set the tone and the bag for the day. We're just going to have to wait and see if he pulls this one in. It's been quite a ride. And this is why the sponsors are lining up to stick their name on his clothing. A little bit of topwater splash there. Beautiful display. Can't ask for a better start to this morning's competition. And there it is. Another bass in the bag. Beautiful specimen. That'll be another 6 pounds, 11 ounces. And his third fish this morning, placing him well above the second place bag by 10 pounds. And we shall see how the rest of this morning plays out as we follow Bozon on his journey. And here we are. Looks like he's found another hot spot, and he is on yet again. At just under 10 minutes into round one, with his fourth fish on the line in the bag. You love to see it. Another little 2-pounder, placing him at 20 pounds for the first place bag, 6 pounds ahead of Damien in second place, and Billy Messer coming up in third. The afternoon is nowhere near over, and we will continue to follow. Oh my goodness, would you look at that? It looks like, once again, we may have a case of paid off fish in the lake. With the morning he's been having, this bag might win the entire tournament. Let's see if he can pull this one in. Putting up quite the fight this morning. They are biting and feisty this morning in Texas. And let's hope everything, including the fish, are bigger in Texas. He might be caught up on the prop here. Nope, gets her in the boat. That's a beautiful, beautiful bass if I've ever seen one. Look at the color on that. Another 6 pounds and 6 ounces added to the bag this morning. And we go back to Higgs with his currently 26-pound bag and another fish on the line with just over 6 minutes left. Oh, man, and you just hate to see that. Oh. Breaks off his first fish of the morning. That is the first tragic break off we have seen. But it will not matter as he retains his almost 10-pound lead this morning in the Texas State Championship here on Lake Travis. My goodness. Just right back at it as usual. And I think it's safe to say our man Bozon is secure this morning in his first bag with just over 5 minutes remaining. Oh, and look at that splash. He's got a feisty fat fucker right there on the line. Let's just see if he can reel one more bad boy in. What a morning he's been having. Just really patiently working after that last snap off. I do not blame him. You want to be real careful with these fatties. A lot of energy behind those tails. Even a good 3-pound fish could throw a line real quick. And this is just a battle of wits. Slow draw. Let it fight, but don't let it go. This is one of the better displays we've seen this morning here. Bozon's really working. One more bass with under 5 minutes left of round one. Currently in the lead. Oh, and he's got this one in the boat. Would you look at that, folks? Look at that. 12 pounds, 2 ounces in the bag. That's a record for the morning, and he's got to be happy with that. Amazing display. Securing, again, the first place position with 35 pounds in the bag. Bozon brings in a 12-pounder at just under 5 minutes remaining. And we are rounding up the end of round one. And he is on again. I am astonished. Can he get it in the boat before the time runs out in this first round with just over 30 seconds left on the clock? Is he going to be able to bring home one more bag buster? And there you have it, folks. Right at the end of the clock. One more. Added to the bag. That'll be at 5 pounds, 7 ounces. And that will place him at 37 pounds and 8 ounces for the morning. Round one, finishing off. 3 seconds left. He's casting anyway, of course. Cast to the last. There you have it, folks. 37 pounds, 8 ounces. Takes the first place bag in round one this morning in Texas State Championship out at Lake Travis. Look at those bag busters he brought in this morning, leading the competition by 14 pounds as we head back out on the lake for round two. Well, what can you say that hasn't been said already? Proving exactly why he's earned the title of Bass Squatch, of the sensation of the season, the worm working wizard, the Sallywhacker himself. If that first round doesn't prove why he's earned everything he's earned along this journey, then I don't know what does. And we head back out to the docks for round two, following Higgs Boson this morning on Lake Travis in beautiful sunny Texas, as Higgs Boson retains his lead at 37 pounds in round one. We are just 1 minute into round two. Still on the docks, very typical for Boson. And if round one was any indication, round two is sure to be sensational. And we will catch back up with Boson when he's got some more action on the line. And after a short disappointment on the dock, Higgs is in the boat and on his merry way to his next honey hole. Let's see if he can repeat the performance from round one this morning out on Lake Travis. I cannot believe some of the fish he reeled in this morning. Quite a display. A couple of really, really tough battles out there. And oh, here we go. We are on with our first fish on the line this morning. Boson at it again. Let's see if he can reel in his first Big Betty for the bag this morning. Really taking it easy out there this morning. Just taking his time. Not much of a fight, although it does appear to have some weight behind it. Oh, he's letting it get away. Let's see if he can bring this one in. We need one in the bag this morning. And this is quite the battle for the... Oh my gosh. Breaks it off right next to the boat. It breaks your heart. You hate to see it. I'd hate to be inside his head right now. He's got to be feeling that one. Needs just something to get him on the board this morning. But in typical Boson fashion, he is back in the water, just casting away. Cast to the last. Don't stop till you drop. If there's grass, there's bass. And that is why they call him the Bass Squatch. Even after a little disappointment, he doesn't slow down one iota. And oh my goodness, look at that. Just almost hopping into the boat. He is on right next to the boat, just mere inches from the edge. Oh, and another break off. What is going on this morning? In round two, that is 2 break-offs in a row this morning that we've witnessed here. Unheard of. I have never seen Boson break off so many fish. We might have another round 2 sabotage on our hands. Or perhaps Boson's just not bringing the heat this morning out on Lake Travis. Lovely sunny Texas. And we're going to go ahead and catch up with Boson once again when he's got something more exciting going on. And here we are with just over 13 minutes remaining of round 2 this morning out on Lake Travis. And Boson has yet to bag a bass this morning. 7 minutes into round 2, and we've had several snap-offs, several disappointing breakups, but he's still at it, still out there, still casting lines. And we will not count Boson out yet, as we've seen several times in his career. That last 10 minutes may just make up for the morning. And we shall see as we continue to. And there you go, folks. He has got another beautiful set. Look like a good strike and a good hook set. We'll see if he can get this one in the boat this morning. Third fish we've seen on the line. The first two tragically snapped off. Let's see if we can get something in the bag with just over 12 minutes remaining in round 2. Currently still leading by just a handful of pounds. His 37-pound, 8-ounce bag from this morning has been enough to keep him in the lead thus far. And could this be the first fish he puts in the bag this morning? Look at it. Would you just look at it? A beautiful Betty if I've ever seen one. And there is 10 pounds, 8 ounces in the bag. First bass this morning. Finally in the bag, on the board, raising the stakes. He is now leading by 12 pounds at 48-pound bag for first place, with just one fish on the board this morning. 10 pounds, 8 ounces. He's got to feel good about that. Making up for the 2 breakups he had this morning. That's got to feel good. And now, with just at 11 minutes remaining in round 2. Oh, that vodka is starting to kick in. At just under 11 minutes remaining in round 2. We shall see if Boson can keep his lead. And at just under 10 minutes left, we are oh! Perfect timing. Boson is on once again with a nice top splasher right next to the boat. What is he doing? Let's see if he can get his second fish in the bag this morning. Very disappointing morning. Several tragic breakoffs, but retaining his lead with just one 10-pound fish. Will this add to the bag this morning? Still in the lead by a good healthy 11 pounds. We may be looking at our Texas state champion. But the way this morning has been going, it is too hard to tell. And there you go, folks. One more tragic breakoff this morning. I've never seen this, at least not from Boson. The man's lost more fish this morning than a Chinese boating accident. I don't know what that means. The vodka is getting stronger. And at just over 8 minutes remaining, Boson retains his lead here on Lake Travis at the Texas State Championship. Bass Pro Shops presents. And it looks like Higgs is switching it up for the first time this tournament, or at least this morning. Throwing out the Yum Dinger. Let's see if that sponsored worm can bring in one more bag buster. Riveting round 2 at just over 7 minutes remaining. And Higgs has had a devastating morning. Nearly every fish on the line has broken off, and yet he continues to dominate. Oh, and there we go. That didn't look like a very good strike, but that fish is feisty. Just surfing the top water. Will it be enough to add to his bag? There you go. 3 pounds even. And that will raise the bag to 51 pounds. You love to see it. Only 13 pounds for the round, as most of his fish have broken off tragically. And with just over 6 minutes remaining, our man Bosun is back in the water, casting like a champ. A several-time pro trophy winning bass squatch, worm working wizard, solly whacker extraordinaire. Let's see if he can keep his lead this morning out on Lake Travis. And right at 6 minutes remaining, we have another fish on the line. Let's see if Bosun will bring this one in. He's had a devastating morning. Several fish on the line have snapped off. He may want to check his line. He may want to change up his tackle. Perhaps somebody has sabotaged his braid. We do not know. But what we do know is it didn't matter. He's retained his lead this morning, as he has throughout the season. And with one more gigantic bass on the line, it appears he may take round two yet again. Really fighting this one. Let's hope he can add that one to the bag. It looks to be a buster. My goodness, we have seen quite a few fights this morning, tragically ending in a breakup, but not this time. Popped her in the net, threw her on the scale, 10 pounds. You love to see it. That's going to go ahead and put him well ahead at 61 pounds, 20 pounds ahead of the second place bag, 24 pounds for the morning. You love to see it. My goodness, and he is back at it again, less than 5 minutes remaining on the clock. And in typical Bosun fashion, it's the last 10 minutes of the round that really heated up, deciding the bag. And here you go, folks. One more is all we need, although I am quite secure that Bosun's going to bring that trophy home this morning. John Hunter in second place, nearly 30 pounds behind. On a day like today, doubling the second place bag, nearly a miracle out here on the lake. After so many devastating breakoffs, after losing so many potential pounds, our man Bosun retains his lead and continues casting until the last. And we'll see if he can bring in one more Betty this morning out on Lake Travis here in lovely Texas, where we thought what started as a tragic round full of breakups and snap-offs somehow is still ending in a victory for Bosun. It's amazing, it's astonishing, it's flabbergasting. You'll love to see it. And at just under 3 minutes left on the round, we are just throwing baits into the water to see what happens. At this point, I don't think it's going to matter. There's not much more he can do. The bag is pretty secure. And as I speak, here he goes. He is on again. Another fish. Just over 2 minutes remaining. And we have a fish on the line. This could be one more Betty for the morning. One more solly whacked. Will he be able to guide it into the boat? Will it snap off? We shall see. And just coming up on 2 minutes remaining. One more big old bass for the bag, if he can earn it. Oh, you need to be careful around that prop. We've already seen him snap one off this morning. Will we see another snap off? Is he going to lose this beautiful specimen we see? Really working it, really fighting it this morning. A lot of top order display there, and oh my goodness, he's got it in the net. Would you look at it, with a belly like my ex-wife? That's going to put him in the lead. 13 pounds, 7 ounces, personal best, trophy catch. Would you look at it? Would you look at it? And that's got to feel good. Bozon's going to bring home the trophy at 75 pounds, round 2. Just over a minute remaining. He's back in the water for no reason at all, because he just brought home the biggest bass in the lake. 13 pounds, just under 2 minutes remaining, and he brings in a bag buster. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is why you came. That is why we're here. And he's got another fish on. 40 seconds remain in round 2. And 30 pounds ahead of the second place bag, Bozon has one more fish on the line. Let's see if he can bring in just one more at the last second here. There's absolutely no need for it. And at this point, he is just showing off. But if he can bring in one more, that will increase his bag. 37 pounds for this morning. 13 of those pounds were just captured in one fish. You just saw it here, folks. Doubled his morning bag. Oh, and just like the tone of this morning was set, is going to be how it ends. Breaks off the last little beauty. With only 4 fish this morning, he was able to secure a 37-pound bag for the second round. That's round 1, 37 pounds. Round 2, 37 pounds. For a lovely total of 75 pounds. Securing first place here at the Texas State Championship. Higgs Bozon will go on to please his sponsors and bring home, yet again, another trophy. His wife has got to be a little upset. She's probably got a room full of trophies that she has to look at every day. And there he is, folks, waving that trophy above his head. He earned it. The personal best 13-pounder right there at the end. You just love to see it. Put it on the front of a magazine. And we will see you next time out at the Badger State Championship in good old cheesy Wisconsin. Thanks for watching. You know we love ya, and we will see you out the next time. Bye.
What was that, homie? Oh yeah. Hey, your mom wants you to subscribe if you could, please. Thank you.